they emailed us. They were like, "Oh, you can use liberal leave for Black Friday."
Liberal leave?
Yeah.
That just means use your own leave.
That's fine. I'm gonna have
He's like, "Don't give me the leave."
Like, that's not.
But so the issue is like usually for like holidays, day before, day after, you have to do 6-month leave requests because they don't want too many people off.
What?
So like if they hit like a max, then and you return your request in too late, they be like, my first couple years there, I was calling out after holidays and didn't realize that it was after like I remember I called out the day after Labor Day. Or maybe it was that Friday. I called out the Friday before. Didn't even remember that Labor Day was that Monday. Like I literally left a message on my manager's email. I was like, "All right, Lamont, I'm not feeling good. Can you put in the day of sick leave for me? I'll see you Monday." I know he listened to it like, what are you talking about? But they try not to have like, because my job is considered like essential. So like everybody can't be out the office at the same time. So like they do like a 6-month leave request just for like holidays. So like if you want to take off around a holiday, you put it on your 6-month leave request.
I could never do that.
6 months
6
ahead?
months? I don't know what's happening next week.
I mean, some people, if push come to shove and you got to take the time off, most of the time they let you take it off.
Yeah.
What
does let you mean? Like, what if I just don't show up? Like, I'm sick.
You hear what I just said?
You'd be like, well,
my people think I don't work on Fridays. Everybody on my team at church, they be like, Rachel don't go to work on Fridays. And I'm like, but I do. It's like every time we talk to you, you be like, I'm in DC. Oh, I'm hanging with this friend. I'm like, well, if you got to leave, take it. I accrue half a day leave every pay period. I'm gonna use it.
My notification is my notification. It's not permission. I'm letting y'all know I ain't gonna be here. I'm not asking.
Stephanie was like, I feel like people that say that are so bold. I could never. And I'm like, child, I could.
Is it bold? I feel like y'all should be good without me.
Right.
Listen. I don't think I've ever been
and even if y'all not, y'all go figure it out.
You say you have what?
I've never said no to anybody. It's mine to me. It's just a notification. I'm like, y'all just tell me.
Yeah.
Put it on the calendar and Jay sign out.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
I have been. Well, I think I talked about it. Like the person that like let me go because of something like that, and I was just like, that's crazy. But also, it wasn't like an internship, but it was kind of like an internship. So I was just like, I'll figure it out, and I did. And to this day, I still hope that lady has explosive diarrhea, and she stays bow-legged like she is, and she does not have a good life. I do not wish that lady well at all. Maybe I need to work on that, but it's fine.
Friend.
It's fine. I do not wish her well. She probably divorced.
I told somebody to be off on Friday. They were at work. I was like, just go. Just leave. I was like, it's your birthday.
Oh, I don't believe in working on my birthday.
Yes.
Like, my mother's like, I don't know why none of my kids work on their birthdays. I said, because I believe my birthday is a national holiday. And since everybody cannot celebrate, I will celebrate for them.
Period. I like that.
I
always take off on my birthday, but nobody else is there on my birthday, so
I go to work on my birthday too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but mine is close to the holidays.
Oh, I told them, I said, I expect a cake.
At work.
So I'm like, yeah.
Celebrate me. Here.
Like, I'll take a cake. They're like, oh, okay.
I don't like none of y'all niggas, no way. You ain't got to celebrate me. My friends will. Thank you.
I was like, I want a cake here. I want a cake when I'm home. All the cake.
My mama gonna cook for me. Brandy gonna make me a cake.
Somebody could buy me lunch at work too. But how am I gonna get it if I'm not there?
The next day?
People don't be.
I celebrate for the month, so I start accepting gifts on November 1st. And I actually low key go to like the end of the year, but for like
because we did celebrate your birthday at one time. We went to the drag show in December. We were just like,
it's my birthday. Exactly. Turn down for what?
It's a podcast. It's a video, and more.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of We GRWN?
Question mark.
I'm Jess. This is Sean. This is Moyo. And we have a very, 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 very special guest.
It's a lot of varies.
My friend, Rachel.
All the air horns.
So, Rachel, I've known her for, I don't even know how many years.
Me either.
But this is like my special friend, like the friend that makes me feel like it's okay to be a weirdo. Like she's always reinforced that. Rachel knows a little bit about everything and a lot about a lot of things. She's a documentary buff. She
Love a good documentary.
knows all the good shows and all the good movies, even the ones that you're like, this looks weird, and then you watch it, you're like,
But it's
okay,
good.
listen, she never steers you wrong. Never steers you wrong with her recommendations, especially when it comes to food. Like foodie, 100%.
Man, food is my love language.
Listen.
If I love you, I'm
Okay.
gonna pray for you and I'm gonna feed you. Amen.
Okay.
And she feeds you well, whether
Yes.
she's cooking it or whether she's taking you somewhere.
Mhm.
So yes, I love Rachel. We've been, like I said, friends for years. She is born and raised Baltimore,
Yeah.
very much Baltimore. And you will hear it, you will know it.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about that.
You will hear it, you will know it. But no, she loves hard, and I know people who follow me on like Instagram or Twitter, you probably see me post about like there are friends that make you want to be a better friend, and this is that friend. Like the way she cares for other people really is what I aspire to be like.
Oh, thank you,
So
friend.
yes, welcome, Rachel.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
first things first, tell us what had you feeling grown.
Life in general. It's so funny because somebody asked like last week, they were like, oh, like what's the thing about adulting that surprised you? And I was like, everything, it's ghetto here. All of it. But specifically, getting things done to your car. So
Child.
I went to go get my oil changed yesterday. And the lovely man at the dealership came back and was like, yeah, we found some other things.
It's the worst.
Of course.
Don't find nothing.
Right.
I came here to get done.
You need a battery. You know, we can do that for like $400.
Not a battery.
And you need 4 new tires. We don't have them here, but we can order them for you. And also, you need brakes and rotors in the front, and your car has like shoes in the back, so you need shoes in the back. And the brakes and rotors in the front are like $500.
Cars
The
got
shoes are like $4. Yes, Hondas have shoes, friend.
Just
In the back, they don't have back brakes.
just
They
throw
have
the whole car
shoes.
away.
But
throw it
also part of this, I know you're lying about, because I really just got my rotors done earlier this year. I do not need rotors again already. So if you're lying about that, what else are you lying about?
Also that. They really be thinking like, you don't know what you talking about. You don't know what's going on with your car.
Right.
We would just throw all these extra things on. We can replace something that's completely brand new.
And so the lovely man said, would you like us to do any of that here? I said, no, sir. You can give me my keys back. And I will be taking my car to my mechanic so he can let me know what you guys lied to me about.
Right.
Thanks.
I mean, I feel like with a battery, you just drive and then like when it's dead, it's dead.
Thank you. First of all, you know how people be like with gas, like, I know my car?
Mm-hmm.
You left my car in the lane with the lights on, didn't you? That's why my battery died. I know my car.
There
Like,
you go.
I'm gonna let it charge. I'm gonna drive some more. It's gonna charge.
Right, and I'll be fine.
If I need a jump, I'm gonna get a jump.
On my way here, guess what my car did when I put the key in the ignition? Started.
Sound
With
like a
no
good battery to
problems.
me.
So like, this battery's still good. It's got some life in it. Okay.
We say that, and then you're gonna be like, "Come on, y'all give me a jump."
Right? That's what I got roadside for. Geico will come on by.
There you
Preach.
go.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because now that I have the package from Honda,
Mhm.
nothing be wrong with the car. I keep coming for service, and I have a plan. and
Oh,
y'all
yeah, they
don't
don't
never
get-
find nothing. Y'all want
Mm-mm.
this to expire before you find it.
Literally,
Stop playing
that's
with
what it is.
Yep. When I got that
So-
Toyota, same thing. It was like, oh, Toyota care. I'm like, so y'all not go? Oh, nothing else? Nothing else?
I need y'all to find something to care for on this
Listen,
car.
Run it up on that bill that y'all got me with. Okay, run it up.
No,
Run it
they
up while it's on
playing.
you.
Mhm.
And literally the only reason that I go to the dealership that I go to, because I bought my Honda from a Nissan dealership. But when I bought the car, they have like a VIP package that they like rolled into the price of the car. So I get free oil changes for 7 years. I paid my car off after 2 years, so I still have 5 free years of oil changes.
They like,
So
"Ooh."
yes, I will be coming back so you can change my oil for free, even though I don't owe you guys any money. Thanks.
That's why they trying to get you.
That's
Seven
fine.
They like,
years.
dang.
They ain't got to get me. I got a mechanic I can go to and one that'll come to me. Both of them will let me know
Oh, wow.
what y'all done lied about.
I need dealer. I need a not dealer. What do you call them? Mechanic options. That's what I need.
Because
That's
one of
what I
them, he be busy. He be booked and busy. So I'm like, I can't always go to him. So I got a mobile one. And he'd be like, yeah, that's wrong. I can't do this because I need a lift for this. But if you can find somebody that got a lift, they can do it for you.
Oh,
And
true.
he ain't never steered me wrong. So
I need his number.
I got you.
Now that we neighbors.
I got you. Because he sure enough pulled up to my job. I was like, I will park over at the parking ride. in the
Not at
back
your
where don't
job.
nobody be.
This man
And he
came-
sure enough pulled up and
came
gave me
to
a call
work.
when he was there. All right, I'm here. I'll let you know when I'm done.
Bruh,
That's legit.
that is legit. I'm
Right.
like, how far he willing to drive?
I don't know, because he came out to, I'm in Baltimore, but he's been out to like Howard County, Anne Arundel County. I don't know.
Okay, Prince George's County, just a little.
Just next door. Well, technically, the part of Prince George's County that you were in,
I stay in
it's not
northern.
next door.
I stay in northern. I meet him up in the northern area, like College Park area, Riverdale area.
That's not northern in PG.
It's northern enough.
I can't.
So because this is the Choose Your Own Adventure season, we are gonna choose our own adventure.
Oh, gosh.
And wherever the path takes us, that's where we're gonna go. So I picked some random questions because I love the questions cards and question games. And I think we've talked about it on our shows before, but like we've used them in our friendships, we've used them in our relationships, and it's always an interesting adventure as to where they go. So there was a question I wanted to ask you first. Here it is. So, if you could pick up a skill instantly, what would that skill be?
Singing.
Why?
Because I really like music. I feel like I'm very musically inclined, but I'm not musically talented.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
That's okay.
Start
Yeah.
using that.
Right. That is
like
good.
I like music. I like listening to music. I like how music can take you back like instantly to a memory. It's one of the very few things that can do that. And so like I really enjoy music. That doesn't mean when music comes out of me that it is enjoyable to the people that are around.
Relatable, yes.
So if I could pick up a skill or like singing or playing an instrument, because I like instruments too. Like I used to play the piano when I was younger. And like it was something my brother picked up like really easily, but something I had to like work more at, so I just stopped doing it. So like yeah, singing or playing an instrument.
That's cool. Do you have a favorite song right now?
What song have I been playing on repeat? It's a CCM song, So Will I. So it's a Hillsong song, but I like the Osby Berry version.
You know, it's always it takes a black person taking the song and be like, "Thank you,"
Yeah.
and then you be like, "Okay, now I love this song because you put some soul into it, some
Yeah.
life, some
That's
love, some oomph,
Yeah,
some
because
seasoning."
the original is like, okay, this is
This
fine.
is cute.
Osby Berry hopped on the track, and I was like, okay.
Now it's something.
And then also there's a version of More Than Able with Tasha Cobbs Leonard on it that none of my friends were loyal and told me about because they all went to the concert when they recorded it. And no one said there's a new version of this song where Tasha is singing down the house. And when I found out, I called them all out because y'all ain't loyal and I don't appreciate it.
Speaking of how music can bring up memories, what is your most powerful memory that you're willing to share?
It would have to be helping my mother pick out her wedding dress. So my mom got married in 2019. After being single for most of my life at that point. My parents divorced when I was in like high school. And so like my mother does this thing where she doesn't look at price tags on things. She's just
Ooh.
like, oh, I like this. This is nice. And then she looks at the price tag and she's like, well, I mean, I like it, so I'm going to buy it.
Dang, hell, I'm
Whereas
trying to
I'm
be-
the opposite. I will set
Right.
a budget
Right.
and be like, whoo, this is over the budget. It's nice, but it's going to stay right here. And so we went. She always talks about how like I used to tell her like when I was younger, like, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to get married and you're going to take me to David's bridal and like you're going to buy my wedding dress for me. And so she was getting married and we went to David's bridal for her. And she was like, my budget is $200. The wedding's going to be small. We're not doing a lot. There aren't going to be a lot of people there. And so like we're looking on the $200 rack. And then like she looked at the rack next to it and she was like, oh, but I like this. And I was like, that's the $300 rack though, Mom. You said $200. And so then she went to the one over and she's like, the price keep going up, but you had set a budget. And
It was a suggestion.
and so like she picked out 3 dresses. She picked out 2 dresses dresses actually that she liked. And then I saw a third one and I was like, I really like this one. I want you to try it on. And like when she tried it on, I was like, this is your dress. And she looked like really beautiful in it. And so I picked out her wedding dress, even though she says that I did not because it was a group decision. I don't care. I picked it out and she looked gorgeous in it. So
That's
Aw,
nice.
I
That's
love
really
that.
nice.
I love that. That's a beautiful memory.
You guys have any memories? I don't remember how the question was exactly stated.
your most
Most
powerful
powerful
memory.
memory.
Powerful memory.
I feel like I have a lot. So I don't know. I don't want to do any underserving of any of the other ones by not mentioning them. Hmm.
I mean, I can give you time to think about it. I mean, I won't give a most powerful memory, but a memory that I do have is when I was younger, my dad used to always like take me outside and look at the stars. And it was something I always just liked to do. So we go out, we look at the stars. Did my dad know what the stars were? Like, oh look,
course he
there's
did.
whatever.
They're just
No,
pretty.
we just looking at the stars. And I remember this one day, so I was young. This one day, like my mom's friend's son came over, and we're like watching TV or whatever. And my dad takes that boy outside to look at the stars. I went outside. I was like, I don't know what you thought this was,
Right. But you're not finna do this without
yeah, I was
me.
like, you're not me. Like, you can go back inside. This is our
daddy
thing.
son time. What do you mean?
My dad was like, dang, Sean, you're not gonna share the stars? I was
No.
like, no, I don't have to share
No.
the stars. No,
That's funny.
these are mine.
Yeah.
But we looked at them together
I guess.
as a whole.
Here's the third wheel.
Right. I know. Good
Well,
memory though.
Most powerful memory. I don't know yet. Let me think. I asked the question so that it would go around the room.
Jess.
It came back to
know.
Life comes at you fast.
That's well, I went with not the most powerful, but a memory that stands out in my
Yeah.
head.
Like for me, that
Um,
was a memory that stands out. I feel like time is an illusion. So like things just kind of like melt
Melt,
together.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But I
sure.
specifically like remember that.
Yeah.
That and like the way that people kind of like rallied around me when my stepfather passed away. So they got married on Star Wars Day in 2019, May the 4th. And then he passed away on her birthday, May
I remember
24th,
that.
2020.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so like the way that my friends kind of like showed up for me and were like, what do you need? Even though it's like a pandemic outside, nobody can do anything. Nobody can come outside. Like friends were like calling and checking on me. It was really rough kind of like planning it. Because it's like, it's COVID. So like, and he didn't die of COVID, but my mother couldn't like be in the hospital with him. Like when they called her to come to the hospital, she knew he was going to pass away because she was like, they're not letting people in the hospitals right now. So for them to let me
Oh.
come down here and see him, like I know it has to be something serious. But like he was a pastor for like a really long time and like pastored like a fairly decent sized church. And so like there were so many people that like wanted to come and celebrate, but it's like we can't have like an actual funeral because COVID. So we had to have like a graveside funeral. And like I had friends that like showed up for me that like friends that I've known for years, friends that I hadn't known for that long that just really supported me in that season. Cause like it was rough. Like he passed away. I got like laid off from my job because everybody got laid off because it was COVID.
Yeah.
You couldn't go outside, you couldn't do anything. It was like really hard to just like connect with people. So like for me, that was like the impact of community.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I forgot. Well, related to that, I think the day before my mom passed, we spent the whole day together.
Mhm.
And that's a day that I feel like I can't forget because my dad's birthday was like a couple days later. It was a Saturday. So we go out and we're like shopping and looking for stuff for him. And he don't never want nothing, but my mom was a shopper. Like she's the type of person that shop from the time it opens to
My
the
mother
time
too.
it's closed. And then she knew people. One of my aunts worked at Macy's, so she'll be
She got
like,
to stop and talk and chat.
And then
That
they
got to be a
must know.
mama thing. That got to be a mama thing. But
And-
I
yeah.
shop like a man. If I'm like, I need jeans, I'm going to walk in the store. I'm going to walk to the jeans section. I'm going to pick the jeans up that are my size.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the cash register, buy said jeans, and go home.
I
My
know.
mother's like, no, I got to try this on. But this might go with this. And I like this. And this is cute. Well, let's go over to this store because I think I can find something over. And I
Yeah.
was just,
Yeah, so my mom, she shopped like that. She had to see everything. Even though we were there for something very specific, because we already knew what we wanted to get him. A necklace, like a certain necklace with a pendant.
Mm-hmm.
And my aunt had already pulled it to the side, had it ready for us. Like, and she already put all her discounts for us to pay. But somehow we ended up there for hours. And so that was so then when we came home, she's like, take the gift and hide it because she don't want him to see it.
yeah.
So I think that day was, to me, that was a very memorable day just because that was the last time that we really spent time together.
Yeah.
It might have been the last time, honestly, that I saw her because the next day, either I went to work or she went to work. We both had to go to work.
Mhm.
And by the time I came back from work, she was gone.
Mhm.
So it's not a day that I think I will forget. And yeah, and then because she died on the 8th, my dad's birthday's the 10th, and so on the 10th I have this box,
Right.
and so I have to go give it to him, and he's like, he just starts bawling.
Of course.
I feel like I'm about to cry right now, but he just starts bawling because we have this gift, and yeah. Sorry.
For what?
It's okay.
I was not supposed to be crying on this podcast. Whew.
It'd be like that.
But yeah, powerful memories.
Powerful memory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crying is okay.
Yeah.
Crying is natural. I feel like a lot of people think that crying is weakness, and it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to let out a good cry. Just.
Oh my goodness. Well,
it's still gonna swing back.
yeah. I don't know if there's like one specifically that I can think of. I know for me, like, I really loved summers as a kid. And maybe this is just fresh in my mind because like I stopped by like my childhood home yesterday. But I used to love being outside in the summer, growing up in the country. And like whenever I like go to like my childhood home, like I remember how my dad had like this tractor with like it had like a hitch to it, and it was just like an open back like truck thing. And so during the summers he'd just like hook it up after he'd finished cutting the grass. I'd get in, I'd have like a little jar, and I'd like ride around and like try to catch lightning bugs in it. And like even when my cousins would come over, like they knew like that like our house was like the country house, like you could just do whatever you wanted out there. So yeah, I just really, anytime I stop by there, I'm always reminded of just like all the fun I had outside. And I'm like, man, some of these kids are not outside kids, like
And it's annoying.
Like I remember making like mud pies in like a certain area because there's like by the house there's like this one little area where he either used to park his truck or it would just be a regular like just like dirt path, and that's where I would like make my mud pies. And then you go around the back of the house and there's the daffodils, and that's when I learned like, okay, this is what daffodils taste like, this is what grass tastes like. Don't judge me.
I was getting ready. I was
flowers, Jess.
I mean, it was outside, so I'm just like, nature.
That's
You
still
eat
not
it.
giving me a reason why you're eating it.
I didn't know we were actually eating mud pies.
I didn't eat the
No,
mud
she
pies.
was saying
I
the
ate
flowers.
grass.
If you
I
ate
mean,
the
well-
flowers in the grass, I could see the natural progression to the mud pie.
I don't think. Well, no, I did eat dirt as a baby. As a baby, I did eat dirt. They actually have me on video doing that because we were like rooting.
I would like to see that video.
Oh no, that video will not see the light of day. But
Wow.
I was helping my parents like get the roots out of the little garden beds, and I just it was just interesting. Like we're taking out the dirt, we're taking out the roots, and I'm just like, okay. And my dad notices like I keep looking at the dirt and I'm pausing a little too long, and he's like, no, throw it to the side. So I'm like, throwing it to the side, pulling stuff out, and I'm just like, throw it to the side, and then one good time, just like. and my mom is like freaking out, and I'm just like, this is not what I thought it was gonna taste like.
I
But
can't.
yeah, I think again, like that house just brings back so many memories of like my childhood that it's a very powerful experience whenever I go back, because it's just there was so much fun had, even being an only child, even being like not having like satellite. Well, we had satellite TV like years later, but we did not have any kind of real connection to the outside world because cable didn't come out to where we were.
Yeah.
So that was the only option when internet became like a big thing. Like we had to have dial up for like years up until I want to say like my high school experience. Like we did satellite internet. Because again, like the big companies did not come that far out to where we were. So it was outside, or if my parents bought video games or other game systems or whatever, then that was the only other entertainment other than being outside. So yeah, I just see so many areas of that house, and I'm just like, oh, I remember, like I said, like catching the lightning bugs outside. I remember making the mud pies. I remember eating the daffodils. I remember trying the dirt. you know, we recently cut down one of the trees on the side, and that was like the first tree my dad taught me how to like climb a tree with. And then in the wintertime we would chop the wood that would come from some of the trees in the back, and there used to be a blackberry tree back there. And every summer, like right around the end of summer, like around this time of the year, we'd collect all the berries, and my mom would make like blackberry pies and even like a garden out there. So it's just the house itself, the area itself just has so many memories for me. So yeah, so I guess that's the powerful memory. A lot at once.
It's funny you said that because I live in the house that I grew up in now, and it's like so many like little spots in the house. Like I can look in the backyard, and it's like, oh, I remember when I like fell and like skinned my knee here, or like, oh, like I'm in the living room, and it's like I remember you used to like sitting here and watch movies, or like in the dining room, like, oh, this is where we like ate dinner, like had Thanksgiving dinner and things like that. So yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
I have 2 comments about those stories. One, it was just interesting that all of our stories are like parent related. The second, I noticed that lightning bugs don't be around no more.
I literally was gonna say that. It's so funny because I was on the phone with my friend, and like I had saw a video, and somebody was like, yeah, because like there's this girl that I follow that like she reads like people's comments and like comments on them, which is like par for the course with social media now. And so like somebody had like wrote like a status and was like, oh, like y'all notice that like it don't be lightning bugs out no more. She was like, you know what? I haven't seen lightning bugs out. And it was so funny because I was on the phone with one of my friends like walking my dog, and I was like, I saw a lightning bug. I was like so excited because like when she said it, like I hadn't thought about it, and I'm like, I remember like we used to like go in the front yard because like my front yard's like a pretty decent size. Like we used to be out there like catching lightning bugs all night until like my mom called us in the house, and it's like I have not seen one, and it didn't dawn on me that I hadn't seen one, and so I was like so excited. I was like, I saw one. It was like
I did
2 of
some
them.
research on it, and they like have like a migration thing. So they just have like this one article I read. It was saying how because of all of like the different constructions that is like that are going, it's causing them to move to different areas. So that's why we're not seeing them anymore.
Boo.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how real it was, but I was like, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
It's also stupid. Come back, lightning bugs. We miss you.
Right.
If you're watching this podcast, migrate back.
I did like them, so I used to catch them too, and then put them in like jars
for them to die.
Yeah,
they weren't gonna live.
I would put them in like them and caterpillars in pencil boxes.
I hated caterpillars.
But then,
what did caterpillars do to you, James?
Like,
let's explore that more. Why do you hate them? That's a very strong word.
Too many legs. They ugly. And then, like, the way they do their cocoons, like, I used to have a favorite tree in the front of the house, and the way they would do their cocoons, it was aggravating. Like, you're making this tree an eyesore at this point. You're killing the tree, especially the one when it would flower. Oh, they'd be all over it. I don't like caterpillars.
Also, I don't be seeing caterpillars like that no more.
I was just about to say that. Like, I was like, when was the last time I seen a caterpillar?
Butterflies.
I see a lot of moths. I don't see a lot of butterflies.
I think I see butterflies still.
Some.
But yeah, I
'Cause
won't
I
be
feel
seeing
like-
caterpillars.
Joyous actually the other day she kept saying, I saw a butterfly, I saw the butterfly. And then I was ignoring her a little bit because I'm just like, I don't care. But then she's like, and it was dead. And I'm like, no. So then I'm like, why do you this the butterfly you've been talking about? She's like, yeah, it was dead and da da da. Like, I guess it was outside when they were playing. But they do have a lot of butterflies at their school. But this particular one was just
That's
dead.
hilarious.
Nothing.
She said you wasn't listening to what I was saying, Ma. So I had to make it exciting.
Maybe that's what it was. 'Cause I'm
Like,
what
well,
you mean?
clearly the story is not picking up.
Right.
So, plot twist. Oh my goodness. Ooh, what would your rap name be?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't like rap.
Me either.
What would your musical artist name be?
Probably what I told most people. My name is Rachel B.
I like that. I like that.
It's so funny because like I've never been like a fan of rap. Like if it come on the radio, okay, great. Like I know it. But like I don't know. I like singing music more than rap.
Yeah,
That's true.
same. I don't have no
What she
rap
said,
name. I don't know music name. I feel like because it was funny because earlier we were talking about Instagram names and I'm scrolling through Instagram and my husband keeps asking me why do you name this, why do you name that, and I'm like, my Instagram name is my name. Like my everything name is just my name. I don't know how people make names up.
Mine used to be on IG Hate Me or Love Me. And the me
I
was spelled
remember
with an
that.
I. I don't know why I changed it, but I changed it to my name now. So it's just like Rachel B.
I remember that.
But that was my IG name. And when I was on the cesspool that is Twitter, that was my name on Twitter as well. I don't even know like my login for Twitter anymore.
I
So
think even Twitter, it's like Moya_Joy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my
Keep
name.
it simple.
I don't have time to be being creative.
Artist formerly known as.
I don't even know, honestly. I mean, because all
K.
my stuff
Johns.
usually has my name in it too. I mean,
Yeah.
like Giancarlo. I mean, that's our names put together. Shawnee K. Johnny,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shawnee J.
You were Kid Blue for a little bit. You
Yeah, I
still
mean-
Kid Blue on Twitter that
were
you don't
Kid
be
Blue?
on.
Yeah, my
Yeah, Kid Blue
I
09.
was always
girl, you
confused.
can't
I
be
thought
putting
that
my
was the
Twitter
other
out.
person.
no, that was me.
I didn't know.
She's tweeting the wrong person.
No, I feel like I feel like I was going through old chats or something, and I kept saying Kid Blue, and I could have swore it was somebody else.
That's me.
That's good to know. Yes.
She out here reading
Yeah,
her
I mean, but
tweets
that was like
hey.
that was my name from when AOL first started. Like that was my
Ooh, I
email
remember
from
my
AOL.
AOL.
people that have AOL emails in the year of our Lord 2023
Child, what-
bother me. I don't know why, but it's
What
just
y'all
like
do with AOL.
there's so many other options. You got iCloud, you got Gmail, you got Ymail. I think there's an Hmail too. You got Yahoo. Like there's so
Hotmail.
many
You got
Hotmail. There's so many other options other than AOL.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't even know what happened to my email. I know it was baby girl. It was baby
I'm
girl
done
Angel
already.
09 or something like
Not
that.
Baby girl Angel.
Of course. Back in the day, everybody was.
Of course.
All the Nigerian people were using their name for real in the year they were born.
For real?
Yeah, like the number.
The number 4.
You
I knew
gotta
exactly what you
know.
were saying.
You gotta know it's for real. This who it is.
Yeah, because it could be like for fake.
Yeah.
That's what I should do. That's what I should do. I should do mine just for fake.
I can't.
I feel like I would want like. I feel like I'm always the one thing I love about drag queens is like they always make like their names are usually like a pun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish I could be that creative. And so any opportunity I get to like make like a screen name or a fake name, I'm like,
You're putting
Shut
thought
up.
into it.
Oh, I'm putting so much thought into it. So much. Like,
I have a porn name with a pun.
okay, come on, porn
What's your
name.
porn
What's your
name?
porn name?
I would be called the helicopter. I would start spinning it. It's like it used to be. I would get on my head and start spinning. I would stop spinning, but I would keep spinning.
That's hilarious.
I have a porn
That is
name though.
hilarious.
Oh man,
So-
that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Now the people know all your secrets.
Right?
I know y'all didn't already told my Twitter. Good thing I went through that.
He We did. We
I was
did.
like,
I
lock.
never finished. Don't cancel me because I was
Bruh.
young.
The way some of your tweets were, cause I did a search on, cause that's what we did. We were cleaning up our Twitters. We were doing like a keyword search.
That's what you got to do these days. Because people will find your tweet from 2014 and be like, she said something homophobic
Listen,
when she was 9 years old. Cancel her.
exactly. And I
know
remember
I'd be canceled.
he was like, I think I cleaned it up, and I searched another word. I was like, nope, you missed this one.
I was like, dang.
You gotta start from scratch. At this
Right.
point.
I
Just
tried.
delete
I
the
tried.
account.
I tried. I couldn't get that far back. I couldn't like scroll that far down because I was tweeting every.
We had the
second.
text to tweet, so it was
Yeah,
so
we
easy
did.
to tweet
Mm.
back
Yeah.
That
then.
used to be the thing. Like,
So I got on Twitter because when I first initially got on Facebook, Facebook was only like 4 schools that were registered with Facebook. Like you had to have a
yeah.
school email in order to be on Facebook. And my best friend went to a school that was not registered with Facebook. So like her and everybody from her school, they were on Twitter. So I was like, okay, I'll get on here. And I have always been an old soul. I can't keep up with multiple things in multiple places. So at a certain point I just kind of like gave it up. Like people are like, "Oh, TikTok." And I'm like, "Ha. I see my TikToks like an adult when people post them to their Instagram."
same,
Preach.
same.
Not like an adult.
Like a grown person.
Instagram or
That's what's
YouTube.
making me feel grown. Watching
Dude.
TikToks on IG.
For me, it's Twitter. I'm like, once it's made it to Twitter, I know that's when it's real. That's the TikTok feed I got. And now Twitter has the scroll feature, so like you'll start on a regular video of a tweet that you were actually interested in, and you may or may not scroll up like to see the comments or whatever. No comments. You're going to another
Yeah.
video.
How come you can you not see comments on Twitter anymore?
I don't know.
You can, but you have to like exit out of the video to open the. Well, let me not say that because I don't have X. I have Twitter. Like literally, the icon on my phone is still the blue bird.
That's
I
because you don't
refuse
be
to update.
updating your.
I
don't
turned
update your
that setting
apps.
off. I turned that setting off. Y'all gonna have to force me to update. Y'all gonna have to no longer support this version.
Literally, just be like, it's not working. Well, when's the last time you updated it, Jess? 2
Listen,
years ago?
Listen, I had one app automatically update, and after that, I was like, I'm turning this feature off. Absolutely not. Everything will be updated when I say it can be updated, and some things be 2 months old.
Some
and
things
so
be 2
it.
years.
Some things really do be 2 years,
Bro,
and
that sounds
sometimes
like
I'm
a
like,
whole security concern. Like
Maybe I
that
need
just
to
sounds like
delete it.
hack me. Take all my info.
I
Here.
be relying on that iOS update. You know, keep me safe. Maybe. I
Yeah, you
guess.
keep doing that.
But yeah. Let's see. What's another question? Ooh. Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
Space.
What do you mean by explore?
So like
Do you have to go there to explore?
Yes.
it? None of the above.
I mean, if I have to choose, I'm going to choose space. I'm very much on the side of Patrick Cloud when he says, I don't go in the water.
Mhm.
There are way too many scary things down there. I've
There's a
seen,
lot.
and you don't even have to go that deep to find them. It's just,
okay.
That's true.
there's just so many videos of just like sharks and whales circling people's canoes, just waiting for them to make the wrong move.
I get seasick. So
Killer whales. Me too.
ocean automatically.
First
off
cruise,
the list.
first cruise I went on, I was like, whew, the first couple days I had slept. I was in the bed because I was like, if I do too much moving, it's not gonna be good for nobody. So yeah, I would say space. I would prefer to just stay here on the ground, not below it or above it. But you know,
Somewhere in the middle.
yeah,
Like I said, neither.
yes.
I don't want to go to space. I don't want to go to the depths of the ocean. I just want to be on Earth where they put me.
Thank you.
I don't want to explore.
That's what I said. If I did not
Maybe
have
if it was like a camera, like if you said research using a camera,
so you were here and
Yeah,
the camera
I'm here
goes.
and the camera can do it,
Mhm.
then
I'd do that.
I
Mhm.
think space.
Then I would go in the ocean. If the camera go and I can stay in a room and just watch the camera.
and I would pick
Mm.
space then, just because I feel like I don't know how far you can go with the camera in the ocean.
I don't know how far you can
To
go
the
in
bottom.
space with an ocean.
You
Space is
cannot
like
go
But
to
it's
the
bottom.
black.
Nobody
That's
has
the
touched
thing.
the bottom
I
of
mean-
the ocean.
I mean, but I feel like
Even
we're-
if you go down there, it's like black. Even if you have a flashlight, you're only going to be able to
Yeah,
see like
you're
a
not-
couple feet in front of you.
in my head, this is me having
The best
unlimited
technology.
resources.
Okay, he's James
Like-
Cameron out here.
Yeah, like this is me having everything possible.
Okay.
You know, like I would choose space just because
You got a
in
sun
this
wattage.
scenario,
Yeah.
I am able to hyperspace. I can travel through space.
Star Trek, come on.
Yeah, like I can go as fast as I want, light years, like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if I'm doing that in the water, then I'm like, oh dang, way at the bottom. Like, oh shoot, that's a scary octopus. Like, but nah, give me a space whale. Like, I'm trying to see that. Like, show me those things, not just
That's fair.
yeah, and then see the other planets, and then explore. What other kind of water there might be. I mean, there's water, but what if it was like better water?
I'm sure.
Or what
it'd
if
be
it was
better.
worse?
Yeah. I mean, what if I went to another like universe and I was actually like Kryptonian and they had a red sun or something, and then that really gave me the power that I mean, Superman is superpowered by a yellow sun.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
what if a red sun made me
So you was Superman
even more amazing?
I was about to
over
say.
there on
Yeah.
Krypton.
It would activate your superpowers that we were supposed to get a couple Decembers ago.
Right. Exactly. Like, and then I could be the helicopter. Like, I could be doing it up.
Oh my gosh. Your OnlyFans blowing up over there.
This
And here it is. Check out my feet.
From a whole other universe.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So that's space.
okay. That's fair.
Jess?
If I had the ability like that, then yeah, like I think space, as scary as space is, I think there's more. Like if I could just like kind of planet hop and not really have to worry about like my body or breathing or anything like that, then yeah. I mean, I feel like I also have an irrational fear. I mean, actually, it's not irrational. It's rational to me, therefore it is rational. I have a rational fear of the ocean. I don't really like it like that. I don't like the sand.
What did sand do to you?
Sand is annoying. It gets everywhere. It's hard to get rid of. It just stays. It's
They don't say in the
Micros-
water.
yes, there is.
Just
I mean, but like,
the
it
bottom
gonna-
of it is sand.
well, okay.
It's like when we went to the beach and I was in the water. It took me a while in the shower to get all that sand out of everywhere.
I was about to say that's how you be getting sand like inside the bathing suit because you go in
Exactly.
the water and it's loose particles just
Mhm.
floating around.
I don't like sand and I don't like the water, but also like there's so many things in the ocean that is just we not cool. We not cool like that. Like it's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm personally okay with it. It's lovely to look at, beautiful to hear, but I will stay here. It can stay there, and yeah, no thanks. But space, I would like to explore space. I would like that.
I feel like space is scary because of the unknown and the ocean is scary because of the known.
That is actually a great way to put it. Yes, because the little we do know of the ocean, I'm like, I am good. When we did snorkeling when we were in Mexico, and mind you, I tried to do everything to get out of the snorkeling. So me thinking I'm going to be a great supportive wife, like, oh yeah, my husband wants to do snorkeling. We can go snorkeling. Woo woo woo. We sign up the day before. The morning of comes, and I'm like, whoo. Had some nightmares the night before of all the things that could go wrong. So I don't know if I want to do this. And he's like, well, we don't have to do it. I'm like, no. You want to do it? You can go. He's like, I don't think they're going to let us not do it if we both don't do it together based on like somebody else's experience that told us there. They were like, oh yeah, you got a canoe and then, you get out of the canoe and then you go snorkeling. And I'm like, well, I already know how those waves are going to hit that boat and how I'm going to feel. So at least I brought Dramamine. So I'm like, well, I'll do that part with you, but I'm staying in the boat. The guy comes over to us and we're like, yeah, I don't think we're going to go. And he's like, well, actually, we changed up the plans. You don't have to canoe anymore. We're going to take you out on a boat to where you're going to go snorkeling. And I'm like, huh. And he's like, and it's free. It's included. We're upgrading you for free. And I'm just like, huh, okay. So we get there, get on the boat. I took my Dramamine, so I'm like, okay, I'm good for the most part. He stops the boat, and I'm like, I'm no longer good. I can't stay on this boat. And everybody's like hopping in the water, jumping off the boat, hopping in the water, and I'm like, I'm either gonna be sick or I gotta get in this ocean. So I'm like, dang it, gotta get in the ocean. And so like I'm in the water, and we're like, swimming with the group, and I am panicking. High key panicking, but try not to let everybody else know that I'm panicking, because like you have to like breathe through your mouth, and I'm not a mouth breather. Like I breathe through my nose.
Mouth breather.
So I'm like, and the waves are like hitting me in the face, and they're like, just put your face in the water and breathe out with your mouth. I'm like, I don't think y'all understand. This is not easy. Water's getting in my nose, even with like the mask on. And so I'm like, we watched Avatar: Way of Water. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just look at the water, and like in the water you see like stuff just like the coral going this way and then that way and then this way and then that way. I'm like, okay, I'm like channeling my inner avatar, and I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna breathe with the water. And I actually was able to like control my breath, because like when the waves would go this way, I would like exhale. When the waves go this way, I would inhale, and I'm like, okay, all right, I got it. I was like, but let me also be on the lookout for sharks, because we are literally in the open ocean.
Yes.
So I was just like, this is an experience I would never like to have again. I can say that I've done it. It was beautiful, but I will never do it again. And they also were like, oh, don't touch this, don't touch that, because it's poisonous and or it might kill you, or, if you get scratched, blood, water. We know how
Sharks.
this. Yeah. So I'm just like, why do people do this? But yeah, so long story short, no ocean for me.
Hot take, I think Avatar sucked.
The second
Wow.
one?
The second
Yeah,
one?
it was not great.
The first one wasn't that good.
I mean, once you get past like
The 4
No,
hours.
I shouldn't have to get past anything
mean,
to
like,
enjoy the movie.
I feel like once
The movie should be enjoyable.
once you accept that it's Pocahontas, then you're good.
But Pocahontas was Pocahontas. I could just go watch
Yeah,
that.
like Space Pocahontas.
Space Pocahontas.
And then this one was like,
Ocean Pocahontas.
yeah. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I thought we were about to change it up, but
No,
okay.
same
Like,
storyline.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, same storyline.
And
different
they're
family.
doing like 3 more of them.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why.
I don't
have
think
not
any.
watched that.
Yeah.
I've watched bits and pieces.
It wasn't. There were a lot of things that I was confused about.
Because it's stupid.
Like, why do we bring back the same guy to be the bad guy?
Bruh.
And I was like, why is he still here?
Why is he still here?
And they brought back Sigourney Weaver, but she was the daughter. Like,
Yeah.
There was a lot of choices made in that movie.
so many that were so wrong.
A lot of choices.
The first
made.
one was making the movie.
I mean, I think like visually,
It's
it was
beautiful.
Yeah.
Visually, it was a beautiful movie, but like story.
It would have been a great
it was
picture.
Just like,
Just like a moving
Not a
picture.
great picture.
Great moving picture. No actors, no sound. Just
Just a picture, an experience.
yeah.
put it at somebody's aquarium. Let them like walk. You know how like at the Atlanta Aquarium they have like the tunnel that you can like walk through with like that. That would be beautiful to like walk
Okay.
through.
I feel like I couldn't do that either.
It would
I
be
do.
beautiful.
I don't go to aquariums either for the same reason. It's too much water. I am not
Aqua.
gifted to be in the water. I can survive, but I am not meant to live there. So therefore, y'all stay there. I stay
I
here.
kind of think about Pokemon battles too, like in the water. Pokemon battles would be so better in the water because it'd be like different dimensions that you could be battling on if Pokemon were real.
Did you see the video where the guy was like calling the Pokemon by the wrong names?
No.
Oh gosh, it's so hilarious. I have to find. I think I sent it to you, and he was like, the lady was like upset because he was like, yeah, like my friend had told me about like this game where you can like catch like different animals, and so like he was calling like Squirtle, he was like Turtle Dude.
Oh, no, I'd be so mad.
It's like ridiculous. He called like all of them the wrong name, and the lady was so upset. She was like, he came over here and he's calling them all by the wrong name, and I don't understand why he wants to do this, and he's just doing it to be mean and get on my nerves. And
That would be me.
and so like the only one that he knew was like Pikachu. He was like, everybody know
Of course,
Pikachu.
everybody
Everybody.
does, right. I did see the other day in our neighborhood, somebody dropped a Charmander. It was at the playground. It was just like on the ground, like laid out. and someone had posted. They took a picture. It was raining, like,
Mhm.
and posted it, and they were like, "Oh, someone's Charizard is lost," and then like all these people commented like, "It's
Why
actually a
would you call him
Charmander."
by the wrong
Right.
name?
But then
He's
some,
not yet evolved.
but then somebody was like, "Oh, this really like hits my childhood." They were like, "Someone should go out there and protect its tail so it
Yeah,
doesn't
so it
die."
doesn't get
I
wild.
was like,
He called Charmander like
Right.
fire lizard. Like he was just like calling all of them by the wrong name. It was hilarious.
"It's not wrong, but
That is not his given name.
that's true. We'll
enough.
respect that."
Yeah. So
I wonder what his pronouns would be.
Fire lizard.
It's the fire lizard.
address me as from now on.
You have any questions for us?
Yeah.
What made you guys want to start this podcast?
Why'd you look at me?
Because I swept the room.
Oh.
I started over here.
I feel like we've been talking about doing a podcast for a while, and the opportunity never really presented itself because Sean would be gone, I would be gone, Jess would be far, and
So far.
yeah. So now we're like all adults now, and we just talked about it. I'm like, yeah, let's start. And I had the equipment from my brother, so I'm like, free equipment.
Come on.
Listen, that was
We love a free come up.
Yeah, so we were just like, let's try. Let's see how it goes. And we've been doing it for a little minute now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Over
anybody
here.
knows if anybody's story is different.
Yeah, no, I think same. Like it was something we always talked about, and like we didn't really have topics. I think one of the main things was like the fact that we've known each other for so long, and it's just like we have so many like stories and history together that it's like we should really like capture this. And why we chose to capture it publicly for everybody to watch and
Be like that.
be entertained with, but it's it's nothing like it's so secretive or anything, so it was just like, well, why not share our friendship? Because also I feel like being friends as an adult is hard.
So
Like
hard.
it's hard. Like life, don't nobody tell you about like all that goes into being an adult, number one. And then nobody tells you about all the things that go into being an adult and maintaining your friends. Because I feel like some people lose their friends or not are not friends with the people they were friends with in high school and or in college because life, like
Yeah.
you move, life changes, people grow at different rates, like all of that. And I think we've done a decent job of staying in touch with each other and trying to grow with each other. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think I watch a lot of YouTube, and I always was like, I could do this, but I didn't really want to display my life the way that people do on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my life is just chilling. Like I'm not doing anything exciting. But I think the podcast allows me to retell however I feel like it. Like,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
can tell the parts that I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like we share a lot still,
We do.
but it's still not even a fraction of what we actually are going through or doing. Yeah. So it gives us an opportunity to kind of like separate
Yeah.
and filter.
Okay. I have another question.
Go ahead.
If you could change one decision that you made in life, what would it be?
Man, that's a question to think about.
Yeah. So like, you know how they say like, oh, like if you're trying to like improve things at work, like think about like the one thing that would make like the greatest impact. Like something like that, but for your life.
I don't know if I was thinking about it on the way here. And this is like anything, like even stuff that's not within my power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about the fact like if I was not type 1 diabetic, how different would I be? How different would my life be? Like I think a lot of the time people who are like me focus on like how, oh, I can do this with without like just showing that I'm still able and capable with, even though I have like a disability kind of thing. And I'm like, sometimes we gotta admit, like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it really does impact your life. It impacts your life decisions, like a lot of things. So I don't know. I was thinking about, like, would I still know the friends that I know? Like, would I still have gone to the school I went to? Because it kind of did factor into, like, me choosing to go to UMBC was because I'm like, I kind of need to be a little closer to home without being super close to home. So maybe I would have went out of state. Would I have been as smart or in school? Like, would I have paid attention as much? I don't know. But that's the one thing I think would have probably changed a large trajectory or a large percentage of my life if I wasn't diabetic.
Yeah, I think that question is hard because a lot of the things that happen in your life happen for a reason to get
Yeah.
you to where you are. So
Yeah.
once you start thinking about changing those things, it's like,
Who would I even
well,
be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying that though, I feel like the one thing I would change is when I first got married, I would have used that opportunity to do more things before we had kids. And it was hard to do, but we could have figured it out and we should have. Because now we have kids and it's like you can't just up and leave.
Yeah, you
and
can't
do
move as
whatever
freely as you want to.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we had a good amount of time before having kids, like from the time we got married to when we started having kids, to have done a lot more, and we did not take advantage of that. Yeah, I think that would be the only thing, and I don't think that would change like our lives now. I think it would have still been okay.
Yeah. Just giving you more memories and experiences.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
Sean.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'll just do a very easy one. Would be maybe I would have explored my stomach issues earlier on in life
Interesting.
than I don't think I really. I mean, I didn't take stomach tests until after 2015. So maybe 2017 is when I really found out like stuff reacts to my stomach reacts to stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, so then it's just like if I would have done that. I mean, because I remember obviously one of my parents, like well, I think it's both of them. They have terrible stomachs too. Like I remember like being young and then like coming home and then like racing my parents like to the bathroom.
Move.
Yeah, basically like it's like somebody gonna get in here and
Right.
it's gonna be me. But it was like always, it was like all the time.
Mhm.
So I probably would have explored that. Then I think I would have taken it more seriously than I do now. Because now it's like, I'm gonna eat that cheese.
Well.
We just gonna deal with it. Versus, and
Right.
you know, for all I know, I could have a whole stomach. I mean, like a stomach hole.
Hole in your
A
stomach.
whole hole in my stomach.
A
Yeah,
whole.
like
Right.
I could, but yeah, like versus like if that would have been found out earlier, then I probably would have been like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't eat these things. Like,
Yeah, would have been easier to wean off of them if
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm in it now.
but also, you know, I cut out stuff for it was a good. I mean, not a good while, but it was like a month or two. But then I felt like when I had it, then it was like way worse, and I was like, well, I feel like I need to keep eating it so that it's not like
As bad.
yeah.
I mean, they say that about people with allergies. Like, if you can stand it and you don't get the what is it?
Severe reactions.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
you should
like-
just keep exposing yourself to it.
Yeah, I mean, because I think about like, so like, I wouldn't doubt that I had like a gluten thing, but I have wheat a lot. So, and I always feel like I'm okay with wheat, but like, if I have rye, like that's it. Like, I have some rye bread. I'm like, I had some in Pikesville. I was driving and I was like, oh, I'll make it home. I had to stop at my mom's house in
You thought
Catonsville.
you was gonna make it
Yeah, I
home.
was like, I had to pull over. I was like, nope, this is the end. So, I mean, that's not far from Pikesville
It's
to Catonsville.
not at all.
No,
It's
it
like
was
two
like-
exits.
It surely was. Like, and I ate my sandwich. I was eating the sandwich driving, and I was like, ooh, this is
He hopped
not.
on 695, hop right back off.
That's exactly what happened. And I was like, oh, nope. I was so happy. I was like, I got the keys here because
I can't wait for you,
Car,
mama.
right. Start
Yeah.
putting a trash bag in your car just in case.
I had a I mean, well, I got
The
my
amount
book
of times
bag.
like I'll call my mom on my way to her house. I'm very fortunate that like I live and work 5 minutes from my mother. I feel like it's fortunate for me, not fortunate for her. Because if she don't answer the phone, I'm just gonna pop up. But I don't have a key. So the amount of times that I call her like on the way, like, hey mommy, I gotta pee. So like unlock the door so that I can just like walk in. Thank you.
Right.
You better
So,
get you a key.
And so she doesn't want any of her children to have a key because she thinks that we will just like pop up unannounced and unexpected.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But she values
Mm.
I understand your thought process. She however values her privacy. However, the issue that I have with her is that you are almost 70 and you live alone. So you cannot live alone and not answer the phone when I call. I don't care
Right,
what you're doing.
right.
You need to answer the phone.
You're not
I'll
grown.
break this door down.
you need to answer the phone.
Mhm.
And if you are cleaning, hey, I'm cleaning, I'll call you back. If you're on the phone, hey, I'm on the phone with such and such, I'll call. Like, you can't just like not answer the phone and you live
Yeah.
by yourself. So like I said, I live 5 minutes away and I work 5 minutes away. If I'm calling her and I'm at work and she's not answering, well, I got a 15 coming up, so
You
go
better
swing around the
by.
corner real quick. Okay, just need to put eyes on you. All right, I'm going back to work.
Yeah. I'd have a key to my dad's house.
Mhm. Same.
My
Mhm.
brothers have keys. Everybody got keys.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know who y'all think y'all are. Y'all not grown.
right.
I
But
will pull up.
I mean, she respects my privacy because, like I said, I live in the house that I grew up in. She owns that house. She's
Yeah.
not just gonna like come in just because she owns it.
Same,
Like if she
yeah.
has to come
Mm.
over, she'll be like, "Hey, I have to come over to do this. Like, are you gonna be home? Or are you not gonna be home?" She's not just gonna like walk in and like use her key. So I guess I have
Yeah.
to respect her privacy as well. I guess.
You
Mm.
better than me.
I
I'd be
guess.
like 5 minutes away. I'm pulling up. You're like, excuse me. Yes, I'm pulling up.
Mhm. It was one time like I was calling her and calling her and calling her all morning and she wasn't answering. So on my lunch break, I went over there and she was like, "I was taking a nap." So like I had the phone off the hook. And I was like, "Okay, but the phone back on the hook now and you didn't call me." So I don't
Off the hook are the people who never use the.
no, so
Are
because
they gonna
she gets a
understand
lot
what
of
that means?
telemarketers. No, so like when she says off the hook, she literally just means that like the cordless phone, she'll like pick it up and like turn it on.
Well, I'm saying some people don't know about cordless phones. Everybody,
Gen
It
what is
says
it?
their
Gen
cell
X?
phone.
Gen
yeah,
Gen Z?
there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
off the hook. Well,
That's
do not
unfortunate.
disturb, but you said off the hook, and I was like, people are not gonna know what she's
Well, they
talking
can
about.
Google it.
Back in the day,
Google is
before
right
phones
there.
were like this.
Back in my day.
Because we do have a couple like Gen Zers, and they be like, "Well, y'all be talking about I don't know what
Shoot,
y'all
I
be
feel
talking
like-
Y'all Google everything else and put it on TikTok and do a dance to it. So,
They be like, they said the phone was off the hook on this old people podcast I listened to.
well,
Apparently, we're dinosaurs. 'cause
Right.
We over the
Mhm.
age of 30, which is crazy to me. Like, bruh.
I came over there. She was like, "I have like 19 missed calls from you. Like, is the caller ID not working?" I said, "No, I called you that many times and you did not answer, which is why I'm here."
She's persistent.
Dang.
Very much so.
You know, Joyous asked me that yesterday. She said, "How old are you, mommy?" I said, "I'm 31." She was like, "Oh, but I thought you were a grown up." I said, "I am a grown up." She's like, "But grown ups are supposed to be 100."
Oh, the baby.
She was like, or at least like 59. I was like, "But I am a
Children
grown up."
are
She was
so
like, "Oh,
sweet.
okay, then that means you're 100." I was like,
Sure, whatever. However this makes sense in your head, baby.
What? I'm not 100. I promise I'm not 100.
If you are, you look good for it. Come on.
Bruh. I'm sure she's telling everybody I'm 100.
No, my mommy's 100.
And her
Or
teacher,
59.
and her teachers are
59.
probably 59 is more like realistic. But if she's telling people that she's
That's
100,
crazy.
if she's telling people that she's 100, her teachers are probably like, "What? What are you
Not
talking
59.
about? Your mommy, not your grandmommy, not your great grandma. Your mommy is 100."
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
girl.
100. So we 159, maybe 56. She might give you 56, but
I'm gonna have to ask her next time I see her. Like, how old do you think I am, Joyous?
100 probably.
Do you think I'm a grown up?
That's the real question.
That's
Right.
the real question.
I don't think I'm a
since I'm
grown
her
up.
bestie. You don't think you a grown up?
No, I celebrate the anniversary of my 17th birthday every year.
I'm
Because I feel
17.
like 17 is old enough to like kind of feel grown, but not have any real responsibilities.
But you can't even drink.
I don't drink, so
Yeah, she doesn't drink.
You can't even buy lottery ticket.
I don't buy lottery tickets.
She doesn't gamble.
Okay, you can't get a hotel.
Okay. Okay.
Learn that.
Can't
one.
rent a car.
Like-
There you go. There you go. Can't rent a car. Can't check in. Apparently.
I'm okay with that. Somebody else can do it for me. Amen.
Somebody
That mean they
else.
responsible for the bill.
Anything that breaks.
Listen,
See?
I mean, they let you pay. You just can't get your key.
No, I'm not paying if it's in your name. Prove I stayed there. Prove I drove that car.
Okay.
How?
Not how.
I'm only
man.
17.
Well, I think we can wrap this.
Yeah, we can do another
Yeah.
episode. Oh, no, that's it.
Oh wait, I didn't answer the question that I asked.
Oh, yeah.
For me, I think I would go away for college. So I got accepted to a lot of schools that were not in Maryland. But like my mom was sick at the time, and I did not want to leave town because my brother was in the military, or was he back then? He may have like been just coming back. Or not back at all. And then like my sister lives in another state. And so like I didn't want to like leave the state with like the health issues that my mom had going on. And so like by the time they got resolved, it was like March of my senior year. You know, by that point people know where they're going.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just not going to go to college because it's too expensive. And my mother was like, you're absolutely going to college because your taste is too expensive and I won't be taking care of you for the rest of your life. So where are you going? But I feel like had I gone away to college, I would have had like a different experience. Like, not that I don't appreciate the experience that I had. I went to Coppin and went on a full ride. Got out in 3 years because they let me go year round.
Nice.
And so I did like summer and winter classes and got out in 3 years. But I feel like had I gone away, I probably would have had like a different college experience. Would have like met different people. But also, like you said, like the decisions that we have made have kind of like led us to where we are. And so like I'm grateful for the people that I do know and I do have in my life and the experiences that I do have at this point. But yeah, I think that's what I would have done differently.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right.
But then I wouldn't have met you.
It's very likely not. I would definitely would not have met you because I likely wouldn't have gone to UMBC where I met the pastor at the time and came back to the church after graduating. Like none of this would have happened. So yeah, it's very much like a lot of your decisions and things that you do in life kind of build on each other. And so it is very hard to say like, oh darn, I wish I could redo that decision because it's just like even the good things, like you have to take the good with the bad. Like even the good things that have happened in your life probably wouldn't have happened because you made a different decision. So yeah. Well, thank you for being on this episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are looking forward to future episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, talk
In that
about
order.
it. Literally in that order. subscribe, like.
And
Send
all
it-
that jazz.
Yes. Send it to your family, your friends, your enemies. Hey,
All the people. Just go down your phone
spam
list.
them. Yes, we love them. You don't have to. It's fine. But yes, thank you. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Ciao.
Love y'all.